Hey everyone, your girl is here. So it's now Sunday night. I am feeling beyond adorable with my hair. I have purple shampooed since dinner, but I wanted to just come on. Tomorrow, I'm actually gonna have to make a a movie Monday. So my township actually has closed the road in front of my house. And since I feel confident that I can say that. Like I said, I don't think I have any of those followers from what I've realized, in my times vlogging, because there's always a chance if something strange happens, it's because of a follower. Again, I don't think that I have that. So I just wanted to come on and share that tomorrow's going to be a movie Monday. And I wanted to do just a little bit more clarifying. And then this will probably be the final into that kind of stuff. So obviously everybody knows, let's use the night agent for an example. If a person is hiding, right, from the police, let's say they've done something bad. And speaking of that, I know I say later on in this video that I will include the video in the description. I'll just post it now, and I'll try to make this shorter so it's not a whole bunch of editing time and dragging. So, the first thing that they're going to do when they wake up in the morning is maybe check all of the security cameras that they had, because maybe they have security cameras up, right, to see if the police have been trying to come in and look. Obviously, again, they have much more advanced ways to get answers to the questions. I don't know, maybe they figure out how fast, like the shutter speed kind of thing, and they have a drone, um, or I don't know, they have ways that if they wanted to peep in the windows for, again, an investigative purpose, um, with serious leads, like I said before, where you can't use your amendment rights. Dogs obviously have better hearing than humans, so if a dog continues to go to the, person's basement, like the window well, you can't use your amendments rights. That's not actually, again, it's not an unreasonable search and seizure at that time. And they would obviously get their search warrant, like, approved like that. Because all a person has to do then is say, um, they can carry on life like normal, right? They can move the people who are chained up in their basement to a different part, and then once, let's say an oil man comes or whatever, they move them back, right? And they just cover up maybe where the chains have been holding them, cover up a couple different things, and the oil man has no idea that he's literally feet away from people who are chained up. Because again, all the person has to do is, this is an unreasonable, no it's not, okay? Dogs have better hearings than humans. So yeah, them going to the window well while people are walking them, yeah, it's not an unreasonable search. So yeah, again, if they were peeping in the windows, they have reasonable suspicion to do so. And if they don't, they're going to get in trouble themselves, because they are also not above the law, guys. So anyhow, guys, getting back to what I was saying, though. So if that's the first thing that they're going to do, right, they're going to set up security cameras, they're going to check them, and all of that, right? So, getting back to what I was saying. So the first thing that, like I said, 4 people down the road have, kind of like I said, a serious question that might come up. And like everybody knows, a little bit of a health lesson here. So if the kidneys don't function properly, obviously there can be really bad things happen. Things can go downhill really quickly if your body ends up removing, right? So in the instance of that, person says, maybe they don't directly say, I also watched a person's, kind of vlog about that. And, it was like, I'm kind of concerned, right? Because if it is just this glob, how do I know this glob isn't going to prevent me from urinating, right? And how will I know that complication won't happen? So that's an instance where, they would probably say, well, whoever told you that, I don't know how they would word it, but it'd be something along the lines of what I said, right? It's like the difference between good and pretty good, right? So in that instance, swollen to that extent, vulvas aren't the size of a grapefruit ever, right? This is not, I don't even think in human history there's ever been one recorded that big. It's like, no, that's actually not how it is, right? And then again, they would be wanting information for immediately, right? So the one girl that I watched on um, a while back, this was back in 2024, I'll also post that here. So 5:13, just for my own remembering. And the other one was like a minute 15. So anyhow, guys, that's just for to help me. So like I said though, and I agree with what they said, because like boobs are so hard to tell. Sometimes you'll be a B at Walmart, but a C somewhere else. But usually it's really, really close. So it's like a 36C, right? And then you just go down a band size for the cup size. So 36C would actually be 34B elsewhere. Because you go down, or yeah, no, my apologies, that's going up. You go down a band size and up a cup size. So if you were 34B, another place you would be 36C. There we go, guys. So anyhow, what I was saying. So, like I said, at least consent to that. So a person, maybe 4 or 5, however many patients after that would know and would have information about immediately after, because that's what they're curious about, right? That part of her story. But since, again, getting back to how I started this, since that's not how it was initially started, you can have an idea, right? So since the prostitution stuff and making an OnlyFans started quite a long time, obviously, after she's recovered, then you can definitely tell, like I said, that's the first thing, and it's not relating to anything serious where a person might have questions, right? So therefore, the pictures that you're taking of yourself aren't really to help anybody or anything like that. Like I said, who wants to be serious and have very serious questions? So yeah, so now, again, you can't really downplay emotional, right? So you can't say that some of the things she was feeling, she wasn't feeling. But you can definitely make that statement to really drive home that that's, you know, prostitution is very first in your book. And if it is, then that's not what gender dysphoria is, right? Like, I thought this whole thing was supposed to be about hating your body and then feeling better and more comfortable, and having it, again, for, any serious question relating, should be, you know, um, consenting for immediately after kind of things. If that's what we're going to be talking about. And especially since the title was 1, 2, and 3 months, right? It's not like I haven't, or, their own personal, want. It's like, yeah, now that it's been 6 months, and there's no complications, I choose to not have, like, any other, you know what I'm saying, information, put out, right? Meaning, like, I'm not gonna, if she's, let's say, 3 months after she posted that, she hasn't had any complications, and she's just gonna say, I haven't had any complications, period, and not continue to make OnlyFans content and say that that is, again, not at the top. It's like, no, that actually is at the top, and we can tell, you know, and usually, again, with certain things, it's usually figured out after the fact. For example, if a prisoner, right, is trying to break out of jail, right, everybody notices, oh, now I understand why he really examined that block in the wall. He wanted to make sure, right, while he was outside at rec, none of the staff and guards were able to see what was on the other side and see that it's hollow. That's why he did it. That was why it was the first thing. And he did a really good job at getting a good glance at it and not making it obvious, right? So again, stuff like that. But anyhow, guys, I'm going to go ahead here and get going. Very cute and adorable. And then you guys will see my videos. One final edition relating to Jimmy Carter. Then you guys will see the rest of my Sunday videos. But yeah, I just wanted to come on and kind of share that. And it doesn't really say if anybody does their own investigating. Obviously, my own personal opinions was, 68 and 69. I mean, it seemed, reasonable. but I was talking about kind of that kind of stuff, right? So if anybody, does their own kind of, but that's what I'm getting at, so it's like, yeah, it doesn't really say like how long though after, and I don't really know this, it didn't seem like there was much of like a, recovery, and stuff, and settling of stuff, and like wounds and stuff, but anyhow guys, I just wanted to share all of that, but it goes off what I said, like I said, if there's nothing bothering you and you share that there's nothing bothering you, but your OnlyFans is still first, right, and you haven't taken it down, then people start to question, is this whole thing about being a prostitute, or was it about hating your body and respecting yourself? Um, again, that's something for her to answer, but it's just something that I wanted to kind of bring up and relate back to, just everything. So anyhow, guys, thanks for watching. Talk to you guys later. Hey everyone, your girl Liz here. So I just want to come on and make a nice little, only like 2-minute edition, and then I'll get into the rest of my Sunday videos. So obviously everybody knows, like I said before, using age to make it seem worse instead of a cool thing to do, because you can't really judge it. Like I said, well, they were 18, right? They had their whole life ahead of them. Like, let's talk suicide for high schoolers, right? So it's like, yeah, so it's somehow, because they're younger, it's more catastrophic than a college kid, right? Who also had their whole life ahead of them. So it's like, is it really catastrophic, just an 8-year difference? No, any life cut short is a tragedy, obviously. But people take that and then they take the easy way out, obviously, and it's been seen. People take the easy way out. They say the ultimate reality, well, natural death is the same as an unnatural death, which that is a case of no. No, absolutely no. So it's like, yeah, it's not the same at all. But it's like, yeah, so people share, right? Like, and this is actually a fact, right? Like, Walmart didn't shut down an hour early. Every single Walmart in Virginia, so people who were in Virginia, I'm sorry, well, Washington, D.C. is actually in Maryland, but it's not, like, if you sent mail, you wouldn't put Washington, D.C. / Maryland, no, it's its own little thing. But yes, it is within the state of Maryland, but it's the nation's capital, obviously, right? So it's like, yeah, so they can have an easier time getting there. It's like, no, the planet Earth was still continuing. Walmart isn't going to take an hour cut. But that doesn't mean that they don't care, right? And that doesn't mean that if a person gave reasonable amount of time and texted their boss immediately, hey, I want to go to the Jimmy Carter's funeral, because maybe they worked, enough, or I don't know, maybe something was going on their days off, that they couldn't get out of or something. Like, let's say childcare, right? Okay, let's use childcare. So, yeah, they couldn't get out of childcare, but if they would have just no-called, no-showed, guess what? The world is still going to spin, and you're still going to need a consequence for that. You can't just no-call, no-show, because you want to pay your respects to the, obviously, not any longer oldest current U.S. president. So stuff like that. So then people take it and say it's the same, right? And I'm not worried about the prefix, right? Like people obviously do. When it comes to biology and stuff, it's like, nope, I'm not worried about the prefix. Death equals death. So I'm gonna take time, and I'm not gonna get a consequence. And also, like I said, at Walmart isn't gonna take a 1-hour pay cut for the entire 3 weeks that he was at our nation's capital. They're not gonna do that. So again, people again take that as initiative, take the easy way out, don't even try, and then throw whenever them fit for 5 minutes, and then say tomorrow, planet Earth's gonna keep spinning. Anyhow, guys, it's stupid, like I said. So let's get into my video, though. The rest of Sunday videos. That was a really good run, Momo. Oh, Momo. A good silent run, that is. Oh. Let's hear it for Alyssa. Let's hear, oh, look at that view. Let's hear it for Alyssa. That's right, Mama. That's probably where you picked it up. You're right.
Okay, do you want to get that? You take those things off the top.
Okay. We'll get this stuff started.
And then we'll take it in there.
So how am I going to set it up, though? Because
No,
these...
you can't. You just have to take them off. Because you're going to...
I know. Give me the...
I'm saying take those off. Oh, what?
I am.
You're going to break
Really?
off our things. Plus to say nothing about what you're going to do to the floor.
I know. I can't believe we got this, though. We did all the backing together, and then we did the square thing together. I guess it was a good night, good time that I went out that night, huh?
Huh?
I guess it was a good thing I went out that night.
What?
I used to do that in the summer.
Well, that's good.
Hey everyone, your girl Liz here. 43, 43, and 43. Anyhow, guys, just wanted to come on and share that I just looked with about a year waiting for Florida and everything. So there's only a year left, like I said, and you have 60 days once they end the game to claim a prize. And obviously, I'm sorry, the game is still going. They haven't ended it, so hopefully, guys, I can just wait one more year, and then the ticket doesn't go to waste. But also speaking of Florida too, and I guess you could also do this too. So obviously, Florida introduced a new super speeder law. So if you're going 100 over, 50 over a speed limit or over 100, which I seen a couple people, they were probably going like $120, $130, like they passed me like I was just standing still, in my time in Florida. So yeah, you can waste $500 fine and 30 days in jail for just one offense. That would not be good. Just like, you get so excited that you just totally I would have to probably blur that just in case. I actually saw a thing one time where somebody did the scratch to cash, and whenever they got to the store it said it was already claimed because somebody put it on their phone and took the phone, I think. I don't remember how it did. But nowadays, obviously, they don't let you do that now because of that. You have to literally take the ticket yourself to the attendant. But anyhow, guys, so just very excited. But like I said, it's like, I'm so excited. I'm just gonna fly down the road, roll down all the windows, and no, you can now wait 30 days, and that would be the appropriate, like I said, sometimes, standing up, right, is good, sometimes being stern is good, but sometimes it's obviously get out of hand. I never posted the videos as well, so I will post them in this description, because I didn't say that I'd post them in last video's description. I said I just posted here. But I never did. So anyhow, guys, without further ado, I will go ahead and get going. A fantastic run, by the way. I was really surprised that my silent run was less time. and I was able to um, basically run in front of my new place. So that was kind of fun. But yeah, like I said, it was definitely much faster time. So I was very excited with all of that. And very excited that my ticket still has not ended. The game has not ended. So I will hopefully be able to cash it when I'm there in a month. And my big paycheck's coming up for my first, coming up soon, August 15th. So I'm super excited about that too, guys. Oh my gosh. I am just so excited. So anyhow, guys, I will talk to everyone later. I'm already going to be at $500, which is food money already covered for next time in Florida. Oh my gosh. And next time, I'm definitely getting on some jet skis. Definitely, like I said, going during low tide. So if the time that well, no, never mind. I'll just make sure it's on low tide. Because the whole month of August, the turtles are still coming out full force. So just wait until it's low tide. Do my parasailing. Just do everything, guys. Do the jet ski. I would definitely have somebody with me though, because the ocean waves, like it can kind of, I guess, in essence, be like riding a four-wheeler. It can kind of be like riding a four-wheeler, just because like you have to like pull back and really use your body at certain parts, and because obviously I've been four-wheelering before, and at certain parts like you have to lean to give the four-wheeler more weight on a certain side. So I'm assuming it might be like that in the ocean with the waves. So definitely still doing good on my push-ups. Maybe I will also start to record myself doing them too, so you guys can see that progress and that joy. But yeah, I just wanted to come on and share. Very happy that this ticket has not been taken down. And hopefully I'll be able to do it, because I'm not going to make a special trip to Florida. I'm not going to drive 1,000 miles just to cash a $15 ticket. So hopefully, guys, like I said, it stays open. So anyhow, guys, I'm going to go ahead here. Probably find a good 20 or 30 minute video to watch. Maybe Mr. Ballin, since I've been seeming to do that. I saw Michaela had one up, so hopefully tonight, for sure, watch her video, and then any response can be for Michaela Monday as well. Because I always like it when, it's a response on Monday or like a correspondence. It's like Michaela Monday, right? Yeah, so, and Wild Wednesdays, WW, just flip the M upside down. WW. Anyhow, guys, talk to you guys later.
Did you hear me?
Yeah, I heard you. How did you do this one? Because remember, you did this door by yourself. I helped you with those, and then this, and these things up in here.
Well,
But how the heck did you do this by, it's already in there. Here, how about this? I'll be holding, okay, I'll hold it. You start the screws, okay, and then I'll finish the screws, okay? So once you get the screws in your hand, you get on that side, and then, okay? Because this is too broad. I'm not going to be able to do it with my shoulders. Tell me which way. You have to tell me. Why don't you here? Listen, I think I can get it myself. Give me the screw. The screws there. Ain't gonna be trying to hold that with my mouth. Hold that. Okay, now what I'm going to need from you, don't worry about that bottom half though, but just let it flop around. What I'm going to need from you, no, I got it. No, I didn't. See, because I have it in here, okay. So you just hold, I'm going to use my stomach to do the best I can. Why is it tilted like that? Huh? see how tilted the screw is? And crooked? Or is that just the way the hasp is on it?
Okay, just
That's enough, everything.
for now,
Yeah.
that's enough screw for that screw.
Yeah.
Do this bottom one.
I know. Yeah, but why does it look so crooked? Move that hand. Okay. What the heck? Oh, there it is.
You want me to screw it in?
No, I got it.
Yeah, except at the back it didn't go in and over there. Haha,
You gotta
now at
squeeze
the
it.
back.
Okay, well, if there's a way I can, what you're gonna have to do, and what you have to do. Because I got it by squeezing the stuff together. See, I squeezed this together, and that's how it went in.
Okay.
So, we're gonna have to get something on the back side, because there's not. Yeah.
Give me that screwdriver.
That was good, Momo. Only 4 minutes and 45 seconds to get it up.
And what I'll do,
We finally got it, Momo.
yep,
We're good, aren't we?
yep,
We make a good team.
yes we do.
It'll look much, much, much nicer in here now.
Oh yeah, that was too crowded.
I know.
And your waste paper can will fit right back in that hole.
I know. Perfectly, yeah.
We done good.
Yeah, we didn't done goof, we done good. Put my hairspray. Put my hairspray stuff in the middle. And mousse in the middle. Then I'll put the little mini touch-ups in this section. Clarifying for Florida.
What'd you say?
I said clarifying for Florida. That'll be up there. Regular clarifying will be down
You
here.
know what you might need instead of this round waste paper can?
What?
You may need the one that's in the washroom. Let me see if this will fit in there.
Alright.
Yeah.
It's good enough for me if you ask me, but. This would be good for a night routine, just a quick reach over. Deodorant is every day. We'll just have to move Florida down here. I like it, Mama. Then I have my coconut shampoo for then I have my fingernail polish remover up here. Perfect.
Then take some of this.
You and Patty use them more than me.
Use one what?
I said the pumice stone.
Mm-hmm.
You guys use them
Oh,
more
here's
than me.
these you can put in there.
And it's a tan styling, so I'll put that here. Mimi, I know. You gotta let me do it. I know you're just excited, but this is mine.
I know.
Okay, let me do it.
This is nice.
This is.
Did we put the screw the thing back in? It fell out.
Yes, we did. There's more shampoo.
Oh, I wish I had something tight for around my ribs.
I kinda like the styling stuff in here though.
You like the what?
The styling stuff in here. I'm gonna keep
Oh
mine.
yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't put them up there.
Yeah. And then my hair dryer, and then the extra, and the shower cap for PTA showers. That can all. There we go. Looks much, much, much nicer. Hey, get out of the way.
Huh?
Get out of the way.
I'm not in the way.
Yes, you are. I want to stand back where you are and take it all in. Jeez. Oh my God. nice. You don't have a whole bunch of clutter, and then see that it's just
Lindsay, then what we can do
yay.
is put some
We got
decorative
it.
in here.
No bueno. Oh my.